Good afternoon, everybody in the Dental Nachos verse, or at least most of the people in time zones in America. Always got to check that, Chris, when I'm saying good morning or good afternoon. You never know who's actually really where. But I think for most people, it's 4 o'clock where I am. So for most people in the United States anyway, we are in the afternoon. So I'm really excited. This is Branden Hill, the Director of Strategic Growth with Dental Nachos. I'm really excited to have a very cool guest here. I have Chris Watson here, who is the VP of Sales with Gilead Dental Marketing. Very smart guy, very amazing resource for the Dental Nachos community. Gilleard, Chris and their team have been around for a little while in the Dental Nachos verse, giving everybody some really good advice, guidance, and being a great resource, but really some tools that are very easy to utilize in any practice to help you do something that I think all of you really want to and really need to do, and it's have a good, consistent influx of new patients. And one of the things about trying to get new patients is there's so many methods out there. There's so many things you can do, but I think one of the things that you want to be able to do is have some predictable methods that can give you predictable results. So first of all, Chris, thanks for being here. Appreciate having you. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for the introduction. Everything's going really good right now.
It is my favorite day of the week. All right. How many people think today's your favorite day of the week? Raise your hand. Can't see it. I'm just playing with you guys. But I'm one of those weirdos that actually thinks that Monday is the best day of the week. I know people get stressed out about Mondays, but to me, nothing has gone wrong yet in the week. So it's new beginnings, new opportunities. So I'm really happy on this Monday. So tell me this, Chris, everything we do in the shows that we have for our audience is really about finding ways to either reduce stress or increase success. Tell me how you do those things, and tell me how Gilead Marketing helps dentists with that.
Well, that's a good question. I think with the magazine that we do a custom magazine, that's what we're known for. We've been doing it since 2008. And there's two things that it does that helps our dentists and gets rid of stress. And one of the things that it does is it brings you patients, but high quality patients. We've been really honing, like when we create a magazine, it's not like a cookie cutter proposition. We're actually we've done close to 10,000 surveys of patients, and we actually look for what people look for when they choose a dentist. So, and we tailor make that, we marry up the results of our surveys to the strong points of our clients, and then we create a magazine. And when someone gets that magazine and reads it from cover to cover, honestly, they're the dentist. So, so it brings good patients, high quality patients. And then it doesn't give you 10,000 leads that can't pay for the service. That's what we, deal with mostly with digital. With the magazine, our clients consistently tell us that, oh, the guy came in, had a magazine. I talked to him for 5 minutes and he got an upper arch and a lower arch.
Perfect.
I mean, we hear that weekly, almost daily.
So you said a couple of cool things already, Chris. So number one, you talked about the quality over quantity, right? Which is obviously very important because although quantity has its place, you want to save time, right? You want to find the people that actually that need and want what you're looking to provide and have the means to do it. So if you can save time with quality, obviously that's always a benefit over quantity. The other thing you said, in comparing it to digital. So talk a little bit about this, because digital marketing is not a bad thing, right? It just has its place. Talk to me about the difference between using digital and using a mailer like your magazine.
Well, we do digital, and we keep statistics weekly, and we see how much our clients are spending on pay-per-click, how many full arches they're getting, how many implants they're getting, how many just new patients are they getting. And we've noticed that consistently 9 times out of 10, the magazine comes in underneath budget wise, but it also brings in the higher cases. One of our clients was doing digital marketing PPC, and from January of this year, he wasn't using us as the digital company, but he brought in 1,700 leads from January to July. He hired 2 girls for the front desk to handle all the leads coming in, and he was averaging 1 to 1.5 full arches a month on that campaign, which was bringing in a return.
Right.
He started our magazine, and he sends out about like 8,300 magazines a month. And he told us he gets 8 full arches a month with
Wow.
the magazine.
Wow.
So he was spending 17K a month with digital, and he was spending about 6K a month with our magazine. And we were getting way more of those patients. And anyways, but digital, I'm not like digital is important because in the end, it's all kind of holistic. Sometimes
Correct.
the digital, you see that, and then you get a magazine. Sometimes you get a magazine, then you go to digital. So we have
You're
noticed
so right.
that.
You're so right, Chris. Marketing is not a one-shot deal, and then, you got to have a couple different pitches, right? You need a change-up, fastball, curveball, and they all work together to help you dominate the game. If you haven't figured it out, this about me, Chris. I love sports. I can come up with a sports analogy about anything, you name it. It just comes naturally. But that's a very important thing with marketing. So stop trying to figure out the one.
I was rooting for your Phillies.
Listen, I appreciate that. A lot of the world was. I think there's still some little negative blood that some people had against
because
the
I'm a
Astros.
Dodger fan, and the Houston Astros and the Dodgers, we had a little history.
Well, you know what? I thought you guys were going to make it number one. I was scared to face you guys, but but listen, I appreciate the Philly support. But no, so one of the things is that marketing is not something that you can find out one special formula that's always going to work all of the time. As far as the method of marketing, there should be different types of marketing that you do, including things you do internally with how you communicate with your patients, as well as the things you do externally with people like Chris and his team at Gilleard. And here's the thing. I know some people think direct mail is old-fashioned. I get it, right? But old-fashioned and tried and true sometimes needs to be there, right? It works and it's predictable. They know the metrics, they know the numbers, they can really predict what types of results you're going to get with these mailers, especially their magazine, than some of the other forms of marketing out there. But I can't stress this enough. We're not saying those other forms don't work and don't have value. Just don't forget about direct mail. I'll tell you this, Paul, Dr. Nacho, he's a big fan of Gilead Marketing because of how it's helped him in his own office. So, and Paul's always on the cutting edge of new digital things. So if he's telling you that this worked really well for his staff, of his dental office, I'm sure it's going to work for you guys as well. Tell me this, what kind of special things are you doing for the Dental Nachos community, and how can people reach you?
Well, they can always email me or call. And we do have a Dental Nachos, like a discount, and we do get 5% off the printing of the magazine. So, but we print up about 7 to 8 million magazines every year. So we actually get a really good printing price. But for the Dental Nacho community, we also give a 5% discount on that. Nice.
And what's the website people can go to learn more about Gilleard or get in contact with you?
GilleadMarketing.com.
GilleadMarketing.com, everyone. And here's another thing, a little bonus. To get that discount, if you guys text in right now, Nacho Mag, that's the word Nacho and the word Mag, short for magazine. So Nacho space MAG to the phone number 215-543-6454. That'll make sure that you can get the special offer from Gilleard for the Dental Nachos community. Chris, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Come back anytime, chat with us. I know our audience would love to hear from you, and there's probably a lot more things we can even talk about next time. See you later, everybody.